from Seattle, your next comedian. Give him a round of applause. Brandon Jerwa, everyone.
Thank you, Professor X of Comedy. Fantastic. I wanted to say first, it's a real honor to perform in front of the legendary Statler and Waldorf. Yeah, I think it's great that they could take some time off from making important decisions about women's health care to be here tonight. Good going, guys. I do actually love the Muppets. Fozzie Bear is my personal hero.
Waka waka.
That's the only impersonation you're going to get tonight. Don't get cocky. No, I actually relate to Fozzie Bear a lot. I am a mediocre comedian. I am short, fat, and hairy. And I can't really do my thing without somebody's hand up my ass. So, he's my spirit animal, I guess you'd say. I saw myself in a photograph for this next joke. It wasn't a comfortable sight, and I'm fine with that. I'm comfortable with how uncomfortable I look. Are you? If the sound had a physical manifestation, you're looking at it. I'm like a werewolf, but if a werewolf just turned into a ham sandwich. I know it seems like I have a lot of body issues, but don't worry, we're going to talk about my psychological conditions now. I have a lot of regret and anxiety and despair, and most of it stems from decisions I've made in the past. I don't think of myself as a man. I'm more of a loose assortment of errors. I'm like Voltron, but instead of 5 robot lions coming together to form a mighty robot warrior, I'm an assortment of fucked up decisions that came together to make... Oh, hey, burritos for breakfast, but not breakfast burritos? Ka-chung, there's the leg. Lose your job writing a Britney Spears video game, and then turn all your time, attention, and money to a comedy class in Tacoma. Ka-chung, there's the other leg. We're building it up. Oh yeah, by the way, we paid money for this, but so did you. Yeah. We're in this together, motherfuckers. Yeah, that's right. For the arm, oh yeah, that's me spending my formative years getting trash can ass like some kind of sex raccoon. I got this. Oh, that isn't funny? A little too close to home, Tacoma? Okay, that's fine. Here's the other arm. I stopped taking my ADHD meds because I didn't think they were really... Arm! I married an 18-year-old coworker who I'd only known for 6 months. The transformation is complete! I am shithead Voltron! Oh, and she's a redhead? Boom! Flaming sword! That's an add-on. That's an upgrade. You get that with the redhead. Speaking of robots, I used to work in an office. And one day I was working by myself in the afternoon. It was a Saturday. I was all alone. It was very hot, 105 degrees, scorching. And this man walks in and he's sweating and he's agitated. And I used my advanced detective skills to note that he had no arms. Yeah, just nubs. He'll never know the embrace of a sleeve or the confidence of wearing a backpack that probably isn't going to fall off. But I'm not judging. The man said to me, "Sir, I have no business with your company, but it's very hot. Could I please get a cup of water from that cooler behind the counter?" "You bet, buddy. We can do this." So I'm walking to the water cooler, and I'm thinking, I don't know what the move is here. Because this guy, he's been getting around in life, but he's having a bad day. He might be having a bad year. He doesn't have the same advantages that I do. So I'm going to give him some power back. This time, I'm going to help this man have a better day. So I get that cup of water, and I set it confidently on the counter in front of him. And I waited for him to make the next move. He looked at the cup, looked at me, looked at the cup. "Sir, I don't know if you noticed, I don't have any fucking arms!" I'm sorry, let me get that for you. That's my time. I'm Brandon Jerwa. Thank you, everybody.
Jerwa, everybody. One more time for Brandon. Next comedian from Olympia, Wyatt Gazzato, everyone.
All right. So I can kind of be a forgetful guy. Like I don't remember much from my high school Spanish class. The teacher kept talking Spanish. It's like, I don't speak Spanish. I'm American. That's why I'm in here. So school wasn't really a good fit for me. I went and got a job in the construction field. And something that I've noticed while working construction, there's not many young people. Oh, no, I forgot something. Told you guys. I meant to say there's not many young white people. It's like, why am I the last to know what white people are doing? It's probably because I failed high school Spanish. But I'm ambitious, I'm a hardworking guy in construction. I'm trying to climb to the top of my company's ladder. But it's hard, it's hard to get ahead. I'm the only employee, so I'm the one that has to climb down to put it on the truck. Some days we don't even use the ladder, and I don't know what to do. So I work with my boss, and he's a great guy, and he loves what he does, and I don't think that he'll ever retire. So I'm waiting for him to die and leave me his company. But I have mixed feelings about that, considering it's my family's business. I had a chance to go tandem skydiving with my dad. And when you go tandem skydiving, you're literally putting your life in somebody else's hands. It's exactly like when I drive with my nearsighted grandma. So those two are the same because in both, you speed towards objects, and then at the last moment, you stop. I stopped doing dangerous things, though, like driving with my grandma once my son was born. There's so many responsibilities, there's so many things to learn, there's so many choices to make, like whether to circumcise or not, like to cut or not to cut. That is the question. All of my family had an opinion. Some of them were talking pretty crazy. They were saying that the son's penis should match the father's. It's like, there's no way they're gonna match. His is already way bigger than mine. Finally, we were able to agree on matching onesies. I'm really grateful to be able to come up here and say just stupid shit like this for you guys. Not every place has much freedom as we do. Like in Turkey, an activist was sentenced to 2 years in prison for painting over a photo that her government tweeted. That's as absurd as me hanging pictures of penises all over my house and then blaming my 5-year-old when the school calls. They call. Mr. Gazzato, we have some bad news. Your son was drawing penises all over the classroom walls. We asked him why, and he said he was homesick. Now, I can't be held accountable, right? He knows better. He knows the narrative. So I added some questions, like any good parent would have. What kind of penises were they? Were they cut or uncut? What are we talking about here? This is like fingerprinting. It's got to match. I told you guys I was forgetful. All right. Okay, so the school system would eventually sweep him into a detention center, sending an example to the other children. And he'd come out a radicalized idealist who one day would use a cell phone to detonate an improvised explosive dildo. Cell phones are pretty amazing. I don't know if you guys know about this. But if you keep a cell phone in your front pocket, it will actually lower your sperm cell count. I'm thinking that's perfect because I love to have sex without a condom. I'll be able to go up to girls and say, hey, baby, I have a low cell count. I don't know if you guys have seen these new travel underwear. They have a little zipper in the front. They're supposed to keep your valuables in there when you travel, so nobody pickpockets you. My plan, I'm gonna find as many cell phones as I can and just jam them in there. I'm actually taking donations at the bar at the end of the show. Anybody has an extra one? I figure it's either gonna kill all my sperm or mutate them and give my baby superpowers. At the time of birth, baby will come flying out of the mom's vagina. Now that's the real Wonder Woman. I think maybe this is how the X-Men's movies started. And all these broken families are the real reason Professor X had to open up the orphanage. It makes me wonder, what kind of superpowers would a baby have if it was mutated by a cell phone? I think it'd be like Wolverine, but instead of claws, it'd have selfie sticks. Maybe the whole body would be telescopic. Well, thank you everybody for coming out. Thank you to my classmates, my teachers, Jerwa.